Back again with another 3D modeling video in Rhino 3D. In this video, I'm going to bring to you how to model an exotic car body, and I'm going to do it very quick. It's going to be under 20 minutes, I hope. It's more to show you guys how to draw the basic lines that go into an exotic car body, and the body's going to be very basic, and it's going to be a starting point for anyone that's new to modeling in Rhino 3D that wants to draw a car. So it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be all of the above, and most importantly, it's gonna make me that YouTube money. So let's get started. So the first thing you need to know the diameter of your wheel wells, and you need to know the wheelbase. And what the wheelbase is the center of the wheel from the front wheels to the rear wheels. So it's the center to center of the wheels. On standard cars, they're about 98 inches. On exotic cars, they can range up to like 110. Let's go ahead and start. We know our wheel well size is going to be 28 inches. And that's standard. We're going to turn on Snap a Lap. 28 inches. And then from the center of that, because we need to draw our wheel well, we know we're going to just say 102 inches for the wheelbase. And then at the end of this point, we can draw another 28-inch wheel well. So there we have our two wheels defined. And then we're going to use a control point curve to start drawing a profile of our car. Turn on control points with F10, turn it off with F11. I got hotkeys, so if you wanted to set up hotkeys, you can do that. We're going to rebuild our curve. Type in rebuild. We're going to put 10 control points in it. Turn on control points, and then we're going to shape it further. Through the middle, it likes to dip down a little bit. And then back here, we're going to bring it back up. It's not going to be this long. We might put some more control points in there. Rebuild 12. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. Oh yeah. Now we got a sexy profile of the car. Okay. That's about good. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, because that's the front. Bring this towards the middle. Alright, and now we're going to draw our roof line, starting from the top of the fender to the back. That's kind of standard. Bring it back up. Let's add a few control points. Rebuild. We're going to add 8. Unless you want to make it look like a UFO, you just leave it the way it is. Bring these a little bit in more. Bring it back. Already. And then what we're going to do is go from our top view, and then we're going to define this curve from the top view, because right now we're in the front view. If we go to the top, we can see that it's still a flat straight line. So if we turn on control points, we can kind of guess how the car is shaped from the top. And where the wheel wells are is where they would actually stay outward. They'll just go inward just a little bit. We change our view to see that if we're going in the right way, which we are. Bring the tail end of this back in, because that's the way it likes to look. And then we're gonna call that good. We're not gonna get too deep into it. You know what I mean? Get deep into it, you know. Alright, so for this roof line, we're gonna move it in for now where we think it might be. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to define the bottom of the car. We're just going to do it real quick. We're not going to pay too much attention because we only got a little bit of time to work with. Use a trim tool, which is right here, and the trim tool trims any lines that are intersecting. So that's that. So right now we're looking pretty good. We're looking real good. Actually, I want to draw new lines because we want control point curves here. We're going to draw a line to profile the rear, in which it will go down. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bend in it, because everything's got to have a bend. This goes in a little bit. And then from there, we're going to call the edge of the fender right here. So we're going to connect a line from here. Come on, man. Work with me. And then the same goes on the other side. We're going to connect it from here to, like, we're actually going to connect it here for here. From here to here. Bam. Split that bad boy. We're going to draw that lower part of the bumper that goes in like that. Shape it out a little bit. And then from the left view, we can bring it out just a little bit. We're running out of time. I couldn't do it. We just want to get the basic shape of an exotic car body. Put a little bend in it. Everything's got to have a little bend. Holler at your boy. And then this line, we're going to shape it to go towards the middle. Actually, that's going to be the side skirt. If you guys know what a side skirt is. So the top of the side skirt will be right here. And that's what we're going to use. We're going to draw two of these lines. Copy, paste. And one of them we're going to bring inward. One of the lines we're going to shape inward. Because if you can imagine, we built that. 6. Because if you can imagine, if we're drawing a surface, these 4 lines are going to be a flat plane, and then the rest of the body is going to shape inward. Alright, so now that we got most of our profile for the side done, we're going to go ahead and start drawing lines so that we can create the network surface for the side of the car. So the concept of a network surface is to use 4 lines to create a surface, sometimes 5 or 6, but it would have 4 edges, so pretty much a square in any kind of shape. There are 5-sided surfaces, but those are a lot more complex to understand and to draw, and I haven't yet grasped that concept yet because I'm not that great at this, but I make do with what I got. What we're trying to accomplish is to create this line here, one line going down this way, so that if we do that, we have 1 line, 2 lines, and then our 3rd and our 4th line to create the surface. So we're going to do that by trying to follow this line with this one. Go back this way. So we do that. And then we're going to bring this in a little bit from the side view. You see how that curve kind of starts going inward? We have to try to match that as best as we can. If not, then we gotta bring that curve out more so that we can be able to match it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna split it with that line. So we have 1 and 2 lines, and then we're gonna split it even more so that we can use a tool called blend, which will join those 2 lines as one, averaging their contour to create 1. And then from that point we can create our surface, but we're going to add a few constraining lines to make sure that it doesn't warp throughout the surface. So if we're looking at the fender line, you know, there's a little bit of a bend at the top, and so will this one have. We're going to create a bend that nearest the fender, and we're going to allow that to roll. So we have, let's see, we're going to turn on curve network. Our main lines outside are that, and that. And then our 2 in the middle. And then we have our surface. Swag. That's how you do it with swag. Let's turn off our ISO curves. And I'm going to delete this because they're just stupid. Let's make a surface out of these while we're at it. Turn that thing off. And you know what, further what we can do is we can merge these 2 surfaces. 1, 2, and bam, it's just one motherfucking doohickey. We also have to, what do we have to do? Oh yeah, let's split. Well, that one's already split. Let's get rid of that. Split that. Split. So we, alright, that took more time than it should have. But what was I about to say? Oh yeah. So with the rear end here, we're actually gonna have to blend 2 of these. So this line, let me split this real quick. So this line, and this line has to be one continuous line. So we're gonna remove these corners and blend them. After we make sure that this goes in a little bit. Okay. And let's trim it so that we can blend it. And what we'll do is we'll extend the surface and then retrim it so that that area that we just took away, that we can put it back in as one surface. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. Blend, blend, blend. I'll show you what I mean when we get there. Join. Again, we're going to create some lines that will control our surface throughout the middle. Let's make sure these are contoured in the right way. Pull that out a little bit, pull this out a little bit. We are almost there. Just a little bit more work to do. And then this one from the top view, we can pull it towards the wheel well. It always has a bend, and then it flattens out this way. So we have our 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then our defining lines in the middle on the inside. So let's make a surface out of that. Uh-oh, we done fucked ourselves. Alright, let's split this and see what's happening. That's one line. That's one line. That's one line. That's another. Let's go ahead and split it. Okay, let's try that again. curve network. And then the lines in the middle. Hee hee! Look at that sexy thing. Same thing. We're going to blend the line. Or actually we can just connect it. Connect it to near. We can do one of these. Curve network. Pink. And then we have that ugly thing. That's the side of our car. We can even... What happened to this fucking line? I deleted it? Jesus. Everything is going to shit these days. Let's make a face, a plain surface out of that. Turn off ISO curve. You can connect these curves again. We'll draw a line in the middle, and then we can make a plane out of that. One, and this is a 3 curve network surface. Bam. So we have our side of the car, and we're just gonna go ahead and mirror the thing. Let's mirror it. We know that the track width of a car, a supercar, is around like 76. So half of 76 would be 38. We're just gonna make a little bit. We're gonna go with 34. So from the wheel well from the outside, we're gonna go type in 34. That's the center of our car. Let's just mirror that. And it just gets easier and easier from here. We're going to connect these corners at the front, corners at the bottom, pull them out. Pull them out. I should do something fancy with the front. We'll worry about that later. We are going to, oh yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get the top line of the side profile. Come on, work with me, girl. Split that. Join. Split. Join. We're going to copy that line, paste, and drag it out. We'll go about like 5 inches. So you can kind of see that's like the top of that fender. We're going to move it up just a little bit. No, we're not. We don't have to. We're going to rebuild it with 12 control points. We're going to attach the front of this to somewhere on the front of this line. This line right here. This is the line that I want, not that one. To this line. This is going to go this kind of the same way. Hee hee, it's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and reach it. Make it so that it reaches all the way to the... I think that's freaking good. Look at that. We're going to bring this up a little bit. Oh yeah. Looking good. And then the top of our roof line attaches perpendicular on this line. So if we Why did I delete it? Let's check our point count. We're going to make sure that it's low, 6, perpendicular to this, perpendicular to this, and then let's just make it so that the rest of it kind of flows smoothly with the rest of the car. Pull that out, pull that out, and that is, this is going better than I thought. The line attaches here. From here, we almost home. We're going to mirror this from the center of our line, and then at the base of the roof line, at the corner here, we're going to attach that to indicate the base of the window, the windscreen to indicate the base of the windscreen. Transform, scale 1D from the middle, scale out. Holler at your boy. We're gonna do the same back here. We're just gonna keep it, yeah, we'll give it a little bit of jive. We're gonna draw one in the middle just to make sure that that surface doesn't warp. Everything's gotta have a little bend, right? Let's transform that one scale from the middle, scale outward. And then I think from that line we'll also, from this corner, we'll define the side glass. And that has to have a bend as well. We can mirror that. We don't have to mirror that. And then back here, we'll connect these corners to complete, sort of complete the rear end of the car. We could jazz it up a little bit, but we're not going to do that. Connect these corners, connect these corners. You don't even need to do that. And then I think we're gonna let's bring this in a little bit to the bottom of the car. That looks good. Same thing on here. So much for doing it under 15 minutes. I was gonna draw a real basic car body, but there's just not, I'm not a basic guy, you know. Gotta make things look good. Everything's gotta look good with me. Bring this in so that it follows that wheel well. And that looks sexy too. We're gonna leave that little dip in there just to be original. We'll connect it like so, or like that, like so, or like so, like so, like so, like that, right there. Right there is good. Split. Split, would you? Whatever. If it looks bad, then it looks bad, but it is whatever. Top, mirror. We'll mirror that. Top, mirror. We can also merge these two together. Or can we? Yeah, we can. That was beautiful. Alright, let's start making surfaces for the rest of the car. We're going to make this surface. See our 4 lines. Turn that off. I'm gonna make this surface. Oh, I'm scared. Come on. Something's always gotta go wrong. I think we have to split it, that's why. Let's go ahead and split that thing. It won't split. Something's not. That's the problem. We done fucked ourselves. That's the problem. We didn't attach it. Let's go ahead and try again to attach it near. And curve network. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's mirror that bad boy. We have to remirror this. Mirror. Do this thing. Ooh, wow. It's looking like a future Tesla right now. Mirror that. Oh man, we're close to done. Curve network on this rear trunk piece. Turn off that. Now the front. Curve network on the front. And then hee. And then the back. What can we do with the back? Let's redraw that line. And make sure this is one. Join curve network. That. Gotta join these. Beautiful. Look at that ass. Curve network. Okay, so we got the basic shape of a kind of an exotic car body. As you can see, it's not really hard to understand how to do it, but from here you can tweak things. You can make cutouts of the grille, you can add headlights, you can cut things out here, or you can just twirl it around and look at it and look how awesome you did a model. Ain't she pretty? So we did that relatively quick. I hope you guys learned a few things about modeling a car, an exotic car body in Rhino. And I'll see you again next time in the next video. Holler at your boy. See ya.